Hi, I think we're on. Hi, everybody. I think we're still live. Okay. So today we're going to do a 30-minute flow practice followed by a 15-minute guided meditation. So make sure just right now that you have something warm to put on when we get to that meditation because you're going to get cold pretty quickly. I have a heater because I like warm yoga. So that's something that I recommend. I also have a couple of blocks. If you don't have blocks, you could use a thick book. You don't absolutely need these for today's practice, but they're just always nice to have. And so we're going to get started today in child's pose. So for child's pose, if you want, if child's pose works for you, bring your knees to the outside edges of your mat, big toes to touch, and then let your body relax down. You can use a block under your head. You could use a block under your hips. Anywhere that you just feel like you need maybe a little bit extra support. If this doesn't work for you for any reason, a choice is to bring your knees together. Another choice is to lie down or just have a seat, just for a couple of minutes so that we can slow down from wherever we came from whatever we're doing, and just take some nice deep breaths. Your arms can be stretched out long in front of you. You can take a really active child's pose with your elbows up, or you can relax them down, bend them a little bit, and then just start to notice your breath. Notice where it is now before trying to change it in any way. And then once you see how you're breathing, see if you can make each inhale and each exhale a little bit deeper, a little bit longer, slowing it down. And try to take those breaths in and out of your nose. And obviously, if you can't breathe out of your nose for whatever reason, I think it's a high pollen day, then breathe through your mouth. You may find that the more breaths you take and the longer you're in this position, that you sink a little bit more. Maybe you started off with this block. Maybe you even started off with a block at a very high setting. This is always an option. But you might find that the longer you're here, the more your body will just kind of settle into the pose. Take a few more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, just start to work your way up onto hands and knees. Fingers spread really wide apart. And try to stack your joints, shoulders, elbows, wrists in a line, knees right under hips. And just pause here without going anywhere. We're not in a rush to get any place. Feel your hands press into the mat. Feel your arms get a little longer. Kind of come out of those armpits a little bit. Create a little bit more space in your back, but keeping a nice flat back. Take another inhale here. And then on your exhale, round your back. Drop your head, look back between your legs. On your inhale, drop the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades and look up. Exhale, round and dome that spine, look back between your legs. Inhale, drop the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades and look up. Do a couple more of those, your own breath, your own time. If you find that one feels really yummy, you can hang out there, keep breathing though. And then after your next cow with the drop belly, we'll meet back in our neutral spine. Curl the toes, lift your hips up into your down dog. And then once you get here, you can pedal your feet. You can sway, you can rock forward into plank, whatever feels good right here. Just to kind of work out any kinks. Maybe you were sitting at your desk all day. You need to move a little bit. Maybe you're still commuting in a car. It's nice to just stretch everything out. Take another breath just to move. And then if you're ready, come to stillness. You may not be ready, so keep moving. But if you are, just find ourselves in this still place. Again, those hands are pressing into the mat. A little bend in your knees, heels toward your mat, hips reach up high, trying to lengthen that spine. Take 2 more full, complete breaths here. Now on your next inhale, look up at your hands and slowly start to walk your feet to your hands. Or if that doesn't work for you, you can always walk your hands to your feet. Sometimes that's a little kinder, a little gentler on our body. And then we're going to hang. If you want to spread your feet a little farther apart for some balance, you can do that. And you can let everything go. If being upside down doesn't really work for you, or that was enough upside down, you can bend your knees, rest your elbows atop your knees, and keep more of a flat back. But if it is okay, you can let everything go. Arms can dangle, or you can grab opposite elbows. You can just hang. You can sway. But give your head a little shake, yes and no. Just to feel your neck release a little bit. Take a couple more breaths here. And then on your next inhale, let go of anything you're holding on to. And then let that breath go. And on your next inhale, start to roll up nice and slow. Take your time. Head's going to be the last thing to come up, and then sweep your arms up and over your head. Palms will touch. Bring your hands to your heart and down at your side. And if you're not already at the top of your mat, just take a step up there. Then inhale, bring your arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through heart center and fold. Inhale, flat. Or maybe you want to keep those knees up. 2 more breaths here. Take an inhale. And an exhale. If you're on your toes, rock forward a little bit on your toes, and then everybody drop knees, belly, chest, chin. Pause here. Then inhale, lift your chin and chest. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift chin, chest, and hands to hover. And exhale, come down. Bring your hands a little bit lower. Then inhale, lift your chin, your chest. Maybe your arms can straighten all the way. Maybe you keep your knees or thighs down. Maybe you pop up on your big toes or the tops of your feet. And then everybody come back to your knees if you're not there. Curl the toes, lift the hips up, come back into a down dog. 3 breaths. Look up at your hands. Walk, hop, or float your feet to your hands, or again, maybe your hands to your feet. This can come right into a flat back. Give a squeeze to your shoulder blades. Exhale, fold. And then inhale all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Bring your hands into your heart and down at your side. Pause here for a moment. Inhale, bring your arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands through heart center and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands down. Step or hop or float back to your high plank. 1 inhale. Exhale, lower down all the way or halfway. Inhale to whatever heart opener you like. And then exhale to your down dog. Pause in this down dog for a breath. I'm actually going to turn around so my back isn't to you. Inhale, lift your right leg up in the air. Lift it up high, 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 and then bend the knee. Fan the hip open. Pause here, take a breath. Inhale, straighten the leg back behind you. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose and pause here. and then bring the foot in between the hand. And if it won't go, drag it up. And sometimes it helps to drop the knee to drag the foot up. Turn your back foot at a little bit of an angle. Big toe kind of points to the corner of your own mat. And inhale, rise up into your warrior one. So when you're in your warrior one, you want to pay most attention to your hips right here. If your foot's turned out too much, your hips won't turn toward that short edge of your mat. So just turn the foot, trying to get that hip in line with the short edge of your mat. Nice bend in your front knee. And then your arms can be up. Just make sure your shoulders are relaxed. If you have any shoulder issues, you can always goalpost, hands at your heart, hands at your hips. And we're here for 3 more breaths. Take an inhale. And exhale, open up to your warrior two. Now your feet are going to move around a little bit. Now the back foot faces that long edge of your mat. The front heel lines up with your back arch. Sink into that front knee and then have the knee opening toward the pinky toe. Arms are out. Maybe give a little palms up to relax your shoulders. And you can stay there or you can turn right at the wrist. Trying to keep those shoulder blades relaxed down your back. And we settle in here, maybe peeking out over the fingers of the right hand, maybe not. Depends on your neck. Take 2 more breaths. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, straighten the leg, leave the arms long. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach forward, reaching, and pause. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach, and pause. Take a breath in, and then exhale, right arm goes down, left arm goes up. This is an excellent place for a block if you have one. Keep this nice long line from fingertip to fingertip. If you do not have one, you can always rest your hand on your shin. Some of you out there may be able to touch the mat, but if touching the mat means closing off your body, you want to stay up a little higher. And we're here for a couple more breaths. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, work your way back up. And then turn the toes out and the heels in. And come and sit down in your goddess pose. So goddess pose is like a wide-legged squat. Your pelvis is tucked underneath of you. I like to use my hands to manipulate and make sure that my pelvis is not sticking out. And then you could have goddess arms, which are goal-posted arms, or you could have hands at your heart, hips, or again, you could always keep them to keep your pelvis where it should be. And we're here for a few more breaths, and you can be completely still, just kind of sitting and squatting down. If you want to add a little bounce to your goddess pose, you can do that too. Couple more breaths. On your next inhale, straighten your legs, straighten your arms, reach high up overhead. Turn those toes back to warrior two legs and sink into your warrior two. Pause. Inhale, flip your front palm. Bring that arm up in the air. Other arm just kind of dangles by your back leg, or it can come across the small of your back. What you don't want is this lazy arm up in the air, because you want it to actively reach to create space right here in the side body. Sorry, I acted like you could see me. Hopefully, maybe you can kind of glance at me sometimes, but hopefully you're kind of doing your own thing. And just using my voice as a guide. Take another breath here. On your exhale, cartwheel your arms down, surround your front foot. You can step back to a high plank and take your whole vinyasa, or you can step back into a down dog. If you're taking the vinyasa, you'll lower all the way or halfway. Inhale, heart opener. Exhale, down dog. And you can pause here in this down dog for a few breaths, or you can take a child's pose. Turn my heat down a little bit. On your next inhale, we'll all meet in our down dog. And then inhale, lift your left leg high, high, high up in the air, as high as you can. Bend the knee, open the hip. Take a couple of breaths. Then inhale it straight back behind you. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Let it hover for a moment. And then working that foot up in between the hands. Maybe you need to drop that back knee to do it. Turn the back foot, coming into that warrior one. And we breathe. So again, remember, hips are facing the front. Nice bend, but not beyond your ankle. Maybe knee right over ankle or a little bit behind. Arms someplace, wherever it works for you. Take 2 more breaths. Inhale. And on your exhale, open up to your warrior two. Now I'm going to switch your feet around. Back foot's facing that long edge. Front heel lines up with the back arch. Sink down, opening that knee toward the pinky toe. You can gaze out over the fingers of your left hand. Or if your neck's bothering you, you can look straight ahead. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed, maybe flipping the palms to make sure the shoulder blades are going down your back and you're not wearing your shoulders for earrings. Take 2 more breaths here. On your next inhale, straighten that front leg. On your exhale, reach forward like you're reaching for something really, really yummy. I always think of food when I'm reaching for something. On your next exhale, reach again. Take a breath in and exhale. Left arm down, right arm up. And I realize that this is all backwards for you. So I don't know how much of a difference that makes. Just making sure you're doing 2 different sides. And again, you could have that block or you can use your shin. Maybe you're touching the mat. Just make sure that you're not sacrificing the length just to get a little deeper. 2 more breaths. And then on your inhale, come back up, turn toes out, heels in, sink down in your goddess pose. And breathe. Again, make sure that pelvis is tucked under. Last couple breaths, you can bounce it out a little bit if you want. Take 1 more inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, reach up overhead. Turn your toes, come back into that warrior two. And just pause for a moment. On your inhale, flip the front palm, bring that arm up in the air. Other arm, again, it just kind of dangles. Don't grip your knee. Don't push into your knee if that's where your fingertips land. So let it dangle. If you feel like you need to hold on to something, you can hold up high on the thigh. Or again, you can just bring your arm behind your back. And we're reaching, creating space, creating some room here in this side body. Couple more breaths. Inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, start to come back up. Exhale, hands go down, surround the foot. Step back, either down dog or high plank. And then take your vinyasa. And again, spend the next 3 or 4 breaths in your down dog or in your child's pose. We're going to take and do everything we just did, but only holding everything for 1 or 2 breaths. So it's going to go really fast. If you have something you want to drink and it's near you, I recommend it. On your next inhale, and turn around for this one. Lift your right leg up in the air. This time we're just going to exhale it through in between the hands. Turn the back foot down. Inhale, rise up to your warrior one. And exhale. Take an inhale. Exhale, open up to your warrior two. Inhale. exhale. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Exhale, reaching forward. Inhale. Exhale, right arm down, left arm up. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come right back, or come into your goddess pose. Sink down for just one breath. Inhale, reach everything up. Exhale, open up warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm. Bring that arm up in the air. And then on your exhale, cartwheel your arms, surround your front foot, down dog or vinyasa flow. We all meet in our down dog for just a couple breaths. So from our down dog, inhale, lift your left leg up in the air. Exhale it through to between your hands. Spin the back foot down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Let your breath go. Take an inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Take a breath in and out. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, reaching forward. Then take an inhale. Exhale, left arm down, right arm up. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, coming back. Come right back in, right into that goddess pose. Squatting down. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, reach everything up. Palms touch overhead. Open up into that warrior two. Flip the front palm. Bring that arm up in the air. Other arm dangles. Take a breath in. And then exhale. Cart with the arms down. Surround the foot. Down dog or your flow. And everybody's going to meet in a child's pose for a couple breaths. So inhale, come into a down dog. And then step your feet up right behind your hands, but your feet are going to be as wide as your mat. And then point your toes out a little bit and come down into a yogi squat. I'm actually going to face you now for this. So we're only going to be here for about, we're going to be here for 6 or 7 breaths. But you can sit on a block here. Maybe you're like, nope, not happening. Nothing's going down that low. You can just kind of take wherever your squat leads you. If you can go down low, you can really make this an active pose. Palms together, elbows into the knees, opening up, heart opening. Or you can make it a little bit more restorative by just kind of relaxing everything down. Hands reach out in front of you. And again, maybe you're sitting on that block. Take about 3 more breaths here. If you're in the more of that restorative pose, just come back up for your last inhale. And exhale. And then wherever you are, high or low, maybe reach your hands behind you and just come to have a seat. And we're going to come right into boat pose. So legs lift up. I like to keep mine with my shins parallel to the floor. Some people like to have their legs straight up. That hurts my back, so I like to protect myself. Another way to protect yourself is to have your hands behind you, helping to keep that spine long. We're here for 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, feet go down. Relax your body over your legs. Drop your head. Take a couple of breaths. And then we're going to roll down however you'd like to get down. If you want to use some core, pull your core in, roll down slowly. If you have a cranky back, just come to your side and then come onto your back. We're going to open up our hips just a little bit before we get to our meditation. So feet come to the mat. Bring your right ankle over your left knee. This is supine pigeon or figure 4 pose. I like to prop my head up. My nose gets stuffy. So if you ever have that problem, put something under your head. Make yourself as comfortable in the pose as you can. This may be it for you. This may feel really tight. And so you can just hang out here. Try and flex this foot. You can maybe press your hand against the thigh to give yourself a little bit more feeling. Or if you need even more, pick up the whole leg package, flexing both feet. And we're just going to stay here for about 5 to 7 breaths. Maybe your elbow is just magically in the right place to kind of nudge your knee open a little, nudge your thigh open. If that's not the case, you can just let the pose take care of itself. You could hold on with one hand and use one hand to open up the thigh. Take about 3 more breaths. Bring the feet down, bring both feet down. Give your hips like a little windshield wipe motion with your knees. And then we'll go right to the other side. So left ankle or other ankle over the other knee. Just make sure, again, like if I look backwards from what I'm saying, you're just doing the opposite side. Your sides will not be the same. So if this is where you feel like you need to stop, you can. You can also put some pressure right here. You can lift up. If you have one foot down, keep that lifted foot. In this case, it's my left foot flexed. If you have them both lifted, try and flex both legs. And breathe. About 5 more breaths here. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the foot down, bring both feet down. Again, give yourself that little side to side windshield wiping motion. And then bring your knees into your chest. Let them fall over to the right. Arms can go long. You can look the opposite way. And in this final twist, there's a lot of different ways you can deepen it. If you wanted to, you can just stay right here. Extending that top leg is an option. Bringing the foot under the knee is an option. Just make sure that their opposite shoulder is staying down. 2 more breaths. And then inhale, lift back up. And exhale, let them go the other way. So you may have some space constraints like I do, at least on one side. So you just do whatever you can with this pose. Again, just keeping your knees stacked is a fine way to end this twist or to take this final twist. Two more breaths. And then inhale back up. Bring those knees into the chest. And we're going to get ready for a meditation. So if you would like to put on something warm, again, as I said in the beginning of class, it's really recommended. And for this meditation, it's a lying down meditation. So some of you may actually end up falling asleep. It's not the intention for the meditation. It just sometimes happens. It's called Yoga Nidra. If you've never done it before, it's a lovely meditation. And if you've never meditated before, then you don't have to worry about anything. You just have to listen to the sound of my voice. So find a comfortable lying down position. And that may be exactly how you are right now. You may want to move something. Just be comfortable. And then during this meditation, please use and absorb what you need in the moment. Leave the rest behind. If the mind becomes overactive with any thoughts or worries, just come back to the sound of my voice. And if your eyes are not already closed, try to close them. And if they just refuse to close, then just kind of have a, don't gaze on anything specific. Become aware of any sounds you can hear in this moment. Nothing else but what you can hear without strain. Begin to focus on the most distant sounds you can hear. Let your hearing radiate outward, searching out these distant sounds and following them for a few moments. Move your attention from sound to sound without labeling the source. Gradually, bring your attention to closer sounds, from sounds outside your home to sounds inside your home to sounds inside your room. Without opening your eyes, visualize the four walls of your room, the ceiling, the floor, your body lying on the floor. Visualize your body lying on the floor, the position of your body, your clothes, your hair, your face. Become acutely aware of the existence of your physical body lying on the floor. Become aware of your natural breath. Become aware of your natural and spontaneous breath that moves in and out of your nostrils without any effort. Notice the feeling of the breath as it comes in and out of the nostrils. There is a sense of coolness as you inhale the breath. Follow this feeling into your nose, your sinuses, the back of your throat, into your lungs. There's a sense of warmth as you exhale the breath. Feel this warmth on your upper lip as you breathe out. The natural breath flows through both nostrils during the inhale and the exhale. Now allow your breath to become longer and slower. Take a long, slow inhalation, followed by a longer, slower exhalation. Make your exhale even slower. Notice a slight pause after the exhale. Slow inhale, even slower exhale, and pause. Long, slow inhale, longer, slower exhale, and then pause where the body is neither breathing in nor out. Continue breathing in this way. Now go back to the natural, easy breath, releasing any control over the inhale and the exhale. The practice of Yoga Nidra begins now. At this moment, you should make your intention or resolve. The intention should be a short, positive statement in simple language. Try to discover one naturally. And please state your intention clearly and with awareness 3 times silently. The intention you make during Yoga Nidra plants a seed in the fertile soil of your mind to bring about transformation and healing. Also, say to yourself, I am practicing Yoga Nidra. I am awake and relaxed. We will now begin a systematic journey of sensory awareness throughout the body. You'll move your awareness to different parts of your body as soon as you hear them named. Please say the name of the part to yourself and feel that part of your body, but do not move any part. The practice begins on the right side. Right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, palm of the hand, back of the hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, waist, hip, thigh, knee, calf, ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Now go to the back of the body. Right heel, left heel, right calf, left calf, right thigh, left thigh, right buttock, left buttock, lower back, middle back, upper back, the entire spine. Right shoulder blade, left shoulder blade, back of the neck, back of the head, top of the head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right ear, left ear, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, middle of the eyebrows, right eye, left eye, right nostril, left nostril, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, both lips together, chin, jaw, throat, right collarbone, left collarbone, right side of the chest, left side of the chest, upper abdomen, navel, lower abdomen, right groin, left groin, the pelvic floor, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, the whole face, the whole head, the whole torso, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body. Now imagine the whole body becoming light, as though you could float away from the floor and toward the ceiling. The head is light and weightless. The limbs are light and weightless. The torso is light and weightless. The whole body is light and weightless. Imagine your body becoming heavy. Feel the heaviness in all parts of the body. Each part is becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. The head is heavy. The limbs are heavy. The torso is heavy. The whole body is heavy. Now begin to concentrate on the space in front of your closed eyelids. Imagine before you a transparent screen as though you were at a movie theater. The screen is as high and as wide as the eyes can see. Concentrate on this mind screen and become aware of any phenomena that manifest within it. Colors, patterns, light. Whatever you see is the manifesting state of your mind. Continue your awareness of this space, but do not become involved. Practice detached awareness only. If any subtle images make themselves known, simply notice them without directing the images. If thoughts occur, let them come and go, but continue watching the dark space. Continue this with detached awareness. Now, a number of different things will be named, and you should envision them on the level of emotion, memory, and imagination as best you can. Jump from image to image as soon as you hear it. Red desert, peacock feather, Buddha meditating, a good night's rest, full moon, your reflection in a mirror, foggy morning, waiting for results, sun shining overhead, bouquet of flowers, tall tree, receiving help from others, cool clear water, a relaxing afternoon, laughing with friends, a warm embrace, burning candle, temple on a mountain, path in the woods, vibrant sunset, taking a deep breath, cat stretching, a beautiful garden path, your favorite song, the sound of my voice, your body lying on the floor. It is time now to repeat your intention. Please repeat the same statement made at the beginning of the practice 3 times mentally now. Come back to the feeling of your breath flowing in and out of your nostrils. Maintain your awareness of breath and at the same time develop your awareness of your physical body. Your body is relaxed and lying on the floor. Feel the container of your skin and the clothes and the props that are touching you. Notice the heaviness of your body as it rests on the floor, and take your awareness into all the points that are touching the floor. The back of your heels, thighs, buttocks, shoulder blades, arms, hands, head. Do not open your eyes yet, but visualize the surrounding room. Imagine where you are in the room and the other objects that are around you. Lie quietly until you feel ready to move. And start by slowly moving your hands and feet. Take your time. There's no hurry. And if you decide that you want to stay where you are and you don't want to get up, it's absolutely your choice. If you choose to get up, just bring your knees into your chest now and roll over onto your right side. And pause here for a moment, taking your time. And then use your hand as leverage. Push yourself up into a seated position. Bring your hands into your heart, palms pressed together. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. And as we end our practice, we bring our thumbs up to the space in between our eyebrows, and we end by saying Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for coming, whether you watch this practice live or you watch it later. It's a lovely practice to do before bed, at least the last 15 minutes are. And if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments. You can private message me, whatever you choose. And thank you all for showing up, and Shabbat Shalom.